Today, let us pay tribute to Patrice Lumumba, Congo's first democratically elected leader who was assassinated 65 years ago today on January 17th in one of the most brutal and deliberately hidden killings in African history. He was tortured and executed, his body destroyed to erase evidence, and the world was encouraged to forget him. But memory does not disappear so easily. Decades later, his presence returned in an unexpected place at the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. As this year's tournament unfolded and as the Democratic Republic of Congo stepped onto the pitch, something unusual caught the attention of fans. Throughout DRC's matches, 49-year-old Michel Mbalodinga, also known as Michel Kuka, stood in silence. Dressed as Patrice Lumumba, he remained completely still for the full 90 minutes of every game. No commentary, no explanation, just pressure. In a tournament defined by noise and emotions and spectacle, that silence was impossible to ignore. For many fans, especially younger Africans, the image raised questions they had never asked before. Who was Patrice Lumumba? Why was his image being honored this way? And why did his story feel unfinished? To understand that, we have to go back. Lumumba was born in 1925 in a small village in what was then Belgian Congo. He came from a poor farming family and grew up under a colonial system built on extraction, punishment, and racial hierarchy. As a child, he listened to elders describe forced labor, beatings, and mutilations carried out under colonial rule. He entered school later than most children, but once there, he stood out. Education for Congolese people was deliberately limited, yet Lumumba pushed beyond those limits. Even after leaving formal schooling, he continued to educate himself through reading, writing, and debate. While working as a postal clerk, he experienced colonial segregation firsthand. Europeans lived in clean, modern cities with full access to services. Africans were confined to the outskirts, denied equal treatment and opportunity. This inequality was not accidental, it was policy. That daily injustice shaped his politics. By the late 1950s, independence movements were spreading across Africa. Lumumba emerged as a leader with a vision that unsettled many. He believed the Congo could only survive as a united nation, not divided by ethnicity or region and not controlled by foreign interests. This belief led him to form the National Congolese Movement, a political party organized around national identity rather than tribal loyalty. In the Congo's fractured political environment, this idea alone made him dangerous. In part 2, we see why the system itself came to fear him and how powerful forces moved to stop him.